Recording style. Yes, just tell me what is the doubt you are having?
So,
Um,
sir,
yeah.
from the fourth assignment, I have a doubt in the last question where we want to print the indexes of the duplicate value of a list.
This one, the last one.
Yes.
Yes, what is the doubt here?
So I tried using like index value and using an enumerate function, but I was not able to get an output.
Oh, okay. Can you share your code in the chat? Is it possible now? Or shall
Sure,
I?
sure, sure. Just
Yeah.
one. Mm,
Okay.
I think it's working now. Can you check once, sir? I have posted in the comments.
Sure. So I just copied it, pasted it here. So this is the list, and this is the empty list. Sorry, this will come the
Mm, Print time. Yeah. For print time.
what are you doing? If list dot count is greater than 1, you are appending the index of the value in this list, new list. You are appending the index. You are appending the. You are adding the index, right? So it is going to print only the index.
Yes.
But so you are not getting the proper output here.
Uh, but I'm not sure like what is the output we need. I think we for all the duplicate values such as like 12, we want to print the indexes.
Yeah, this is going to print your index, and but in the question which I gave in the assignment, there you had to do both, right? Like index value and the index, right? In this format,
Mm,
20 is present at this, 12 is present at this. Okay,
okay, okay,
so like this is day 4 last question.
okay, okay. Then yeah,
You got it right? What do you
yeah,
have
I
to
got
do?
it. And like one more thing on the lines of this.
Yeah.
In the question number 14, where we want to like print only the duplicate values. Suppose in this list we have 12, 12, 12 three times. So we want
Hmm.
to print 12 three times, right?
No,
And
only
not just
once.
one,
No, no, only
only
once.
one.
Yeah, now you can modify that question. You might have a question, okay, print the duplicate values as well as the number of times it has occurred, like 21 and then colon 3 or comma 3.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So those that you can modify the question and write your logic accordingly.
Okay. And sir, one more thing.
Hmm.
I'm having a little difficulty while, like when we are using nested forward while loop in any like question. Suppose
So
like you gave the question where we wanted to sort the entire list without using any inbuilt function.
yes.
Moving largest or smallest number to the end or to the starting is okay, but when it comes to like nested loop
Hmm.
and like in one other class you told us to find prime numbers from 1 to 100. So
Yes.
there, sir, whenever there is a like nested loop requirement,
Yes.
then I'm not able to like visualize how to like take different loops at different steps so that the output makes sense.
Okay. So you're having difficulty in understanding how we to solve problem using nested loops, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Any other doubts, question, guys? Any other
Yes,
participant?
Ganesh.
Yes,
I have a
please.
question on LCM. I have made a logic, okay, but the break statement is not working. I'm
Uh,
just giving you the code.
okay. So this is which question?
This is regarding LCM.
LCM. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
This break you are telling is not working.
Yes.
Okay. What is the use of break?
Like once it arrives to that first value, no, like
Hmm.
that condition, if n star k is equal to m star j,
Hmm.
it should print that both values and it
Hmm.
should break.
Okay. It's my miss. I forgot to tell you one thing about break. That break will come out of the innermost loop. Okay. So if there are two loops, then it will come out of the inner loop, but still it will remain in the outer loop. Okay. So s- yeah. So when you're doing a break, it will come out of this loop. Okay, but
Okay.
it will still reside in this loop. This loop will still carry on. Okay.
Okay. Mhm. So I tried with exit and it worked, but
Exit,
I
right?
didn't get.
Exit will exit the program. It will come out of the program directly.
So is it possible to alter this logic?
Yes, yes. So you are doing for K. We actually for LCM now we won't be
Mhm.
needing nested loops. We can do it in a single loop only.
Okay.
Okay. We can try to think solving it in a single loop. Then you will be able to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any guys, those who don't have any question, please go on mute. Yes. Any other question, guys? Anyone? Okay. So coming to this one to I is max of this. Uh, so yeah. So so nested loop working is clear. How does nested loop work, guys? Is it clear how nested loop is working? Let's say here I equals to 5. And we have a nested loop is for k in the range of 1 to I for j in the range of 1 to I print I comma j. Okay. So tell me guys here. Let's make it, yeah, 1 to 5 is fine. What will be the output here?
First 1 to 4,
Yeah.
and then 1 to 4,
Hmm.
and similarly it will go till 4, and then 1 to 4 with 4.
So it will print 1 to 4. How many times is going to print?
Four
1 to
times.
4 times, right? Because what happens now? See, for the when the outer loop is 1, okay, it comes to the inner loop. This loop will be executed completely. Okay, completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it will print. Again, it will come back here. Now the value of k will change. K will be 2 now. Okay. Now 2, then again this entire loop again it will start from 1 to 4. Okay, so this time, so like this it will print it 4 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the first time it will print 1, 2, 3, 4. But
Anish, I
No,
think we need to put K there, right?
no, that is what I was also observing. This is some, yeah. Now, if you see this, so first instance it will print 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, second time the value of K is 2. Oh, sorry, not again. I'm making one mistake, guys. Sorry. So it will be 1 comma 1, right? Because K value is 1, and the value of J will range from 1 to 4. Okay. So first time the output will be like this: 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, and 1 comma 4. Okay, this is the first time this will print this. Okay, second time what will be the output, guys?
2 comma 1, 2 comma 2.
Correct. Second time the output will be 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, like this. So for each iteration of k, uh, this entire j will be executed. Okay. So always think, whenever you see nested loop, no, always think like that. Okay. Now you might have to alter few things to achieve something. For example, okay, so in this fashion, everything will be printed, guys. Okay. Now, depending on the scenarios, you have to change few things. I'll show you that. For example, there was one question, like the all prime numbers between 1 to 100, right? We have to find all prime numbers. One is always a prime, so let's forget about one. All prime numbers between, let's say, between 2 to 100. Okay. So we have seen how to find a single prime number, right, guys? If any prime number, if it is divisible by, if it is, divisible by, divisible by itself and one, right, is prime number. Okay. Now let's say first try to understand. We all have understood, right? If suppose let's say we are taking a single number, let's say n equals to 10. Okay. So how will I check, guys, this number is prime or not? We'll just, let's say we have a loop. Let's say we are in it started with 2. Okay. So in this, what do we need to do? Can anyone help me with the logic? While
Uh,
I, let's
I-
say less than n. Okay.
less than equal to n.
Less than equal to n. Y equal to, if
Mm,
if
No, yes,
n,
less than n.
if n
N
mod 2,
modulo.
not 2, sorry, if n modular I equals to 0, then is it prime or not?
Not a prime.
It's not a prime. Okay. So we can print it's not a prime number, and we can break out of this loop. Okay. Now let's
Yes, sir.
sup- now let's suppose if it uh if it is not divisible by I, let's say instead of n 10 we have 9. Okay. So let's say the first instance 9 mod 2 equals to 0. This is true or false? If we have n as 9,
False.
false, it will come here. So we can say it is a prime, or we have to check for other numbers also.
Other number. I
Other
plus equal
numbers
to 1.
also, right? Then we have to change the increase the value of I, right? We have to increase the value of I because okay, it is not divisible by 2. Let's see what if it is divisible by the other number or not. Okay. I plus equals to 1. Correct. Uh, and at the end, okay, we also have to take a flag here, right, guys? Let's say we have a flag is prime. So, but where do we? How will we be sure that the number is prime? Like, cannot print here, right? The number is prime in the else part. So, how will we be sure that this is a prime number? When can we conclude that?
Yeah,
We
so
have to
Yes, please go ahead.
please go ahead.
create another if condition with that in is primary.
Okay, so we have to take a flag kind of thing. Okay,
Yes,
so let's say, and let's make this flag. We are assuming that the number is prime. That's why we are just giving it a value as true. Okay, we are assuming this is a prime number, but our assumption will be incorrect once it enters this if condition, right? Right, guys? If it is modulus, that means it is not a prime. So we'll make it false. Everyone understood this? Why we are making here false?
Yes.
Because if it is divisible by some number which is from between 2 to a number which is less than this n, then that is not prime, so we are making it as false. Okay, and outside we will just check the value of is prime. And if it is not entering this, guys, if it is not getting divided by any number which is less than it, okay, that means this our assumption is correct, right? This will remain intact. Our assumption is prime will always be
yes,
true. Okay, so we just print at the end our like if is prime, or either you leave it like this or you compare it. Anything is fine. Okay, whatever you feel easier to understand. Okay, if it is true, then our assumption is true. The number is prime. Okay, else if it is not true, then that means it is false. Then that means the number is not prime. Has have everyone understood this? Any doubt in this? Clear to everyone, guys? Then we will see the finding the list of all the numbers between 2 to 100. If this is clear, then we can solve the next problem.
clear.
Okay. Now let's say we have a range. Okay. Uh, between 2 to 100. Okay. So n is our upper limit, like 100. Okay. I want to find all the prime numbers between 2 to 100. Okay, 2 to 100, and our starting is let's say 2, yeah, between 2 to 100. This is n, or I will call it as upper limit, and we should call it a lower limit. Okay, so now let this be like this only. I will just write my logic from here. So in this, let's say I have a upper limit of 100, right? So while I less than equal to upper limit, upper limit, you can give I, or we can take lower limit also, that's fine. So this is my range. It will go from, or let's say rather than I or n, I can take here. This lower limit is not required. Okay, we'll just take a number. While number is starting from 2. Okay, so first number 2. So this number, guys, we have to check. We will increase the number. Number is starting from 2. It should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. This will be my starting condition, and so here we are not writing this loop. This outer loop is just for iterating from 2 to 100, guys. Okay. Now we have to create another loop. In this loop, we will write our logic. Okay. So let's say, forget about, okay, let's not, what to do? Shall we take two or not? Okay, it will be a little bit confusing. Let's say, first I'm a little bit changing the question between 10 to 100. I'm starting from 10 to 100, guys. Okay. Uh, 10 to 100. If I start from 10 to 100, then fine. This is fine. So first we are trying to find between, let's say, if it is 10 to 100, then again it will be, okay, let's take it to only. Let's take it to only, guys. So our first is number two. Okay, we are starting with two here. And what shall be the inner logic? So in this we will check. mm, we'll take the value. We'll take another variable. Let's say uh, I, and less than the number. Okay. For example, if the number, let's say starting with 2. Okay. So we are, let's say we're starting with 2, and we are checking here, is 2 less than the number? uh this loop will, like, this loop is the this loop. Okay. Inner loop, what we are doing here. Okay, while I less than n, and here if it is less, we will check if this number modulus I equals to 0, then uh let's take a flag. Okay, is prime equals to true. um we take it, but here, if it is this, if it is modulus of 0, then this is not prime. We can mark it like this: is prime equals to false and break. Okay. So it will break from the innermost loop, and then it will take the, but before breaking for the innermost loop, we have to increase the count of number. I will explain to you guys. Okay, this one, just let me first write the logic for this. Okay, if this is,
Sir, I
yeah.
should be taken as one over here, I think, because if we are taking as two, it will not check for number two.
So that's why 2 is an exception. I will tell you how to handle that. Because 1 will be, every number will be divisible by 1. Na? So if you take it 1, then all the numbers will be divisible by 1, right? So now, then our this logic will go incorrect.
Mm, okay.
Okay, if we take it 1. So 2 is an exception. I will tell you how to handle that. Okay. So if it is not divisible by 2, then what do we do, guys? We just increase the count of this innermost loop, right? I less the number, then we increase the count of I here. Same logic. I plus equals to 1. There's a message in the chat. Irfan Danish has given me the solution also. That's nice. Okay, we'll take a look into this first.
Manish, I have a
Yes,
doubt here.
yes, please.
So, in the first if condition, if
Hmm.
there would be uh, is prime false, you are taking as a like a default value, right? Or true?
1 minute. Yes, let me come it out. Uh,
Okay,
We
okay,
are,
okay. You true. You are taking. Okay, okay. So if it is false, it will become false. Then do we really need to uh, use number plus one, as already we are going to go to break, come out of loop? I don't think we need, I'm not very sure, but number plus one, number is equal to number plus one.
Yeah, so here you have to understand this. This we for this particular number, I is less than number. That means this particular number is not prime, right? If it is entering this, if number is modulus of I, this number is not prime. Then we again need to check for the next number, right? Because here here we are checking between a range. It's not one number. Okay,
Yeah,
if
but that range for the next number, that would be for the upper loop, upper loop, right?
yes,
Outer loop.
correct.
So to come out of that, if we have to come out of that, then simply we need to do break only, right?
Where if we do a break here, let's just say if we don't have this number here, if we do break of this, okay.
Uh,
Let's take number three. Okay, we are checking three is prime or not. Okay,
okay, sure.
we are checking number three is prime or not. What is the value of I? It is 2. Okay, we have to initialize every time the value of I as 2. We will always start with 2. Any number we'll check, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we are initializing 2. Okay, let's take the value of number is 3. 2 is less than 3. True or false?
True.
So number mod I equals to 0. True or false?
Yeah,
False.
false.
False. Okay, so it will come here. It will come here to this else. Okay.
Yeah,
It will increase the value of I. Now this becomes false. 3 is not less than 3.
yeah.
Okay. So it will come out of this while loop, and it will check for the. We have not added the complete logic now. Okay, it is some logic we still yet to write. But taking your example, let's take 4. Okay, now 2 less
Okay.
than 4, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
so 4 mod 2 equals to 0. So this
yeah,
4 is not. We are making this as false,
yeah,
and we are breaking,
yeah.
right?
But like
But
number
what
is
is
equal
the
to,
but what is the value of number? It is 4 now. If the number if I less than number 2 less than 4, yes, 4 mod 2 equals to 0, we are breaking. It will come out of this while loop. Then what will be the value of number here? Is it going to increase, or it will remain 4 only?
okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah,
Why
got it,
we are
got it.
doing it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
And sir, if we use this incrementation of number in the inner value after if and else.
Yeah, no, but then the inner while loop, na, this break, you are using a break here. So that means it will come out of this inner loop completely.
Okay.
Okay, you can increment it maybe after this inner, where this inner loop ends, you can write a code to increment. That is possible, but after if else we cannot do it.
Yeah, clear, clear. Actually, I'm like I generally use for loop, so there is no headache of increasing. So that's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, correct. So okay, so okay. So this logic is complete, but if we have a number like 3 and I is 2, I so this is not true. Then after this while, okay, after this while, we are assuming is prime. Uh, so in this case, is prime before entering this. I am assuming it is a prime number. Okay. So we are making here false. So here it is false, but after this while loop, guys, here in this case, just at the same level of while loop. Okay. Here we will check what is the value of prime. Okay. So what is happening? Let's say, yeah, let's take the value as 3. Okay, guys. So it comes a number is 3. 3 is less than equals to upper limit. True. We are making I as 2 is prime equals to 2. Now I less than 2 less than 3. It's true. It will enter here. This is not good. This will not enter the else loop. It will change the value of I. Now 3 less than 3. This condition becomes false. Okay. Once this condition become false, it will not enter. It will not enter this while loop. So after the while loop, it will come here. It will check if it is prime. So we made the flag as true. So print that number. Similarly, if we take value 2, right, guys, the initially we're starting with 2, right? So number is 2. 2 is less than upper limit, right? We are assuming so 2 less than 2, it is not entering this while loop, but we have made the flag as true. So it will check. Okay, it is true. It will print the number. Okay. I think this should work. Okay. Let's try running it, and then we can see. If, okay, but yeah, we are only printing the prime number, so no need of else part here. Unindent does not match any outer indentation level. Okay, this while loop is it not in 1 minute? Now I hope this indentation will match. Run this. Upper limit is not defined. I am using some upper underscore limit.
Underscore is missing.
Oh no. We something only 2. Why we are not? Okay. If it is not entering this, are you guys understood why it is only printing 2? So first number it is taking true, but we are not changing the value of I anywhere, right? For 2. Since it is not entering this while loop, right? We are making changes of I in this while loop only, right, guys? But if it, for example, only 2 is not entering this loop itself. Okay. So that is why the value of number is not getting changed. The value of, okay, I would say, yeah, the value of number remains the same. So that is why it is entering into an infinite loop. Okay. So if we make it as 3, then this should not be a problem. Let me run this. Okay, got it. Can anyone tell me why I'm getting this error, guys?
Can you please scroll above, like there is
Okay. In if condition, we have true, right? Is prime equal to true. So by default, we are making true means it's printing infinite loop there.
It's
Right.
equal to 1 should not be.
So tell me, guys, where are we changing the number? Should be changing, right? This upper first, it will be number value should increment each time, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? This number, then only it will go till 100, right? This is controlling your range. Okay. Are we changing the number every after every iteration?
No.
Else part we are not changing.
Right. Else part we are not changing. We are only changing in the if part if it is a breaking, but else part we are not changing. Right. So, but else part we cannot change here. Why? Because see, let's take the number 3, or let's say 6. Okay, no, 7. 7 is the odd number. Yeah, 7 is the prime number. So it will not enter this if block, right? It will not enter the if block. The number is so The number starts from 2, it will take 2 less than 7, 3 less than 7, 4 less than 7, 5. We cannot change the value here number. If we change the value of number here, then the number will keep on increasing, right? Number will be 7, then 8, 9, 9. So where do we need to change the value of this number? Have you got it? Where the this if we change the value here, have you understood what will be the problem?
Got it.
Yes,
This will,
sir.
it
While
will keep on
comparing itself,
increasing.
the number keep on increasing.
So we cannot do it here. What we can do, we can do it outside this while loop.
Yeah. After
Right?
it's get, yeah.
Outside this while loop, we can do it. But and it why it won't be a problem for this. Why? Because if it is breaking, right, it is coming out of this inner loop. But then it will come out of the inner loop, it will execute the rest of the steps. So this will also be not be proper to give it here. Okay, because it will come out of this loop by increasing the number value of the number, and again it will increase the value of the number. Okay, so rather than increasing it twice, I will just remove it here. So after this while loop, we will increase every time the value of number.
Yeah, but this number increment of number should be after that if statement, the last if statement.
Anyways, this is also fine. You can give after or before. It has got no bearing on this.
Yeah, but it will print that let's suppose a number is
Okay, that is
uh,
right. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yes, I just missed that part. We are printing the number here, right? Yes.
Right.
Yes, correct. Okay, now if we run this, let's see. 3, 5, 7. Are we getting all the prime numbers except 2? 2 is a special case. That's why I wanted to exclude 2, but 2 we will handle. Okay. We are getting all the prime numbers, guys, between 3 to 100. Okay. Now let's see what we can do for 2. So when it is 2, it is not entering this loop itself. Right? Because I is we are starting with 2. The number is also 2. 2 less than 2. It is not entering. It is not entering, and then it will check, it will print the number.
We can't do I greater than or equal to instead of just less than. While loop, we can do
Start with number with the 2.
Let's give the number with 2. Okay, now I think we have changed the logic. Now it should work. We have changed the logic. That time it was a problem. Okay. We changed the logic because now we have put the increment condition as well as the checking outside this while loop.
And one more thing we can do is there the mode if number mode I instead of that no that instead of that checking with n by 2. I mean no need to change check to the entire range. That if it is if we are checking for the number 11, then if I check with the till num 5, then it's we know that okay if it is not divisible by till 5, then it's a prime number. No need to check with the 1 to 10.
Correct. Everyone understood what Karthik is trying to tell here? So see what we are doing here for checking whether a number is, for example, is telling if it is a number 10. Okay, we are checking if it is divisible, let's say 11. Okay, we are checking if it's a prime or not. So which numbers are we dividing 11 to check whether it is prime or not? We are dividing with first 2, then with 3, then with 4, then with 5, then with 6, then with 7, then with 8, then with 9, then with 10. Okay, so what Karthik is telling, we no need to go till this, we can half it. We can divide this number 11 by 2. Okay, and we can take the like the ceiling value. So this will be 5.5, so we can take only 5. So instead of dividing by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's not required, right? Because we can check only till half, then only this mod will work, right? Anyways, if you are doing 11 mods 11 mod 6, it is understood that this will not give you what we can say it won't give you the, if you are checking till this point, then it is fine, right? It for this one, for checking if it is divisible or not, right? We all know like half, till half it can be divisible, right? More than half it will always give you a floating point value, right guys? If you divide till this point, it can give you whether it is for example, let's take 10. So 10 we will divide by, we'll check with 2 3 4 5, right? We know if we, after 5, after like reducing it by half, like 6 7, this we cannot give you a whole number. If you divide, right, it will always give you in decimal value. So that is why he's telling to reduce the number of iteration. So rather than dividing, checking for this while I less than here what we are doing now, like while I less than number, he is telling we can change the condition to something like this, while I less than 2, and making it an, let's say we are taking the integer value like this. Right, Karthik, you want to say this only?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, this will reduce your number of iterations. Okay, has everyone understood this? So right now we're not going into much optimization of the loop, because we are still understanding the loops, how loop works. So if we go till in optimizing the code, it will be very difficult to understand. Okay, first let's get the basics correct, how this in a for loop is working, how we solve a problem by this trial and error thing, and then we can go into optimization, reducing the number of iteration, or how we can do it in a better way. So clear guys so far?
Sir, can you like scroll down a bit uh,
Yeah.
to the top where you like took
Huh.
the int value and like.
Yes.
So suppose like the value is 19, n is
Okay.
19.
Hmm.
So 19 by 2, we are taking 8
Yes.
if we are taking integer.
9. It will be
Okay, yeah, 9.
9.5. 9.5. We'll take an integer of it. It will be 9. Yes.
So we will check till 9 only. The
Yes.
if
Yes.
condition will.
Yes. This modulus till 9. And more, and by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll stop
But
here.
sir,
Hmm.
like 13 and 17 are prime number also. But 13,
No,
17 are prime number.
no, this is not for like range. This is for a particular number, Abhinav. This is not for finding the range between two. So when we are checking the when we are checking the exact logic, like in the inner loop, it will be here. When number like where we have done, yeah, uh, here when I less than we are doing, right, here we will give that condition. Okay, it's not for finding all the prime numbers, it's for finding the where we are exactly dividing now. How are we checking whether this number is divisible by other numbers? By using this if number mod this, right?
Yes.
Yes. So here only, rather than checking till the, for example, if we are checking for 10 is prime or not, so rather than checking, dividing this, divide this, we are doing 10 mod 2, then 10 mod 3, right? He is telling rather than doing till 9, we can do till half, like till 5. Okay. So because if it is more than half, then this will definitely this condition and mod I will never be true if we are doing it with any number which is greater than half of that number.
Okay.
Okay, he's telling that. Yeah.
Understood. So the iterations will be reduced to half.
Reduced to half. Correct. Okay, guys. Any other doubt, guys? So this is clear.
Sir, for these type of questions, should we uh, like try with for loop or should we try with both?
Uh, First try with while loop. Okay, because here you have to do many things now. So this will be, then try with for loop. You can try with for loop also. Okay. You can take either whichever you are comfortable with.
So like while learning, we need to do all kind of things. So that's why you are saying like
Yes,
so.
correct. Correct.
Yeah, I will try to while loop also.
Okay. Okay, guys. Any then we can move on to the any other question, guys, in this? Okay. Let's talk about sorting a list. Yes, last class. We just saw how to shift the minimum or maximum number at one end, right? So today we'll see how we can sort the entire list. Let's say we have a list like this: 12, 3, 45, 76. Okay, so what was the logic for shifting the number? Oh, we were doing this for I in the range of length. Sorry, where to get it right? For I in the range of length of the list, right? And then we're checking here for J in the, no, we took only one number, right? Yeah. So what we were checking, guys, if list of I is greater than list of I plus 1, then we were just doing a shuffling, right? List of I list of I comma list of J. Sorry, not J. What I'm writing is list of I plus 1 equals to list of plus 1. Right, this was changing it, and then we were printing. So what this is going to do, guys? What will be the output here?
Sir, length of list minus one.
We need to give length of list minus 1, correct? So what this is, what will be the output for this? What will be the output for this, guys?
Highest number
Mm,
will come at the end of the list.
99 will come at the end of the list, right? So if we run this, okay. Now we have to move the second highest number to the end, second last element. Then like that we have to do, okay. So for that, very simple thing that you can do is I will take another loop inside this for loop, okay. And this loop, let's say I'm running this also. For j in the range of same, I am running in the same number of times. That's -1. And here I will just mention this length. Instead of I will just mention j here. Okay, so the outer loop is controlling how many times we are going to perform this operation. Okay. Since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times this inner loop will work. Okay. This is not the optimized code, but this is very simple to understand. Okay. So if I run this, so we're getting all the shorted elements. Okay. So this code is clear to everyone. Anyone having any doubt in this?
Can you show it on the visualization?
Sure, sure. Let's take it. Okay, guys, so this is our list. So the value of I, what will be the initial value of I?
12.
The value of I will be 0 initially.
0, 0.
0.
Okay. What will be the value of J? J also 0. Right? Now list of 0 and list of 1, like these two are getting compared. Okay. These two are getting compared. 12 is greater than 3. Yes. So we are going to have a swap. Okay.
Yeah.
Now again the value of J will be 1, right? Now 12 will be compared with 45. 1 and 2 are getting, let's see, the value of J will be 1 now. Okay. Now J and J plus 1, like 1 and 2, index 1 and 2 are getting compared. Element at index 1 and 2. Okay. So before going to the outer loop I, okay, in the inner loop, one element will be at the correct position at the end of this inner loop. Okay, before I becomes 1. Now see, the value of I is 1 and one element is at the proper position, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now again the value of J becomes 0. Again, it is going to compare 0 with 1, 1 with 2, 2 with 3, 3 with 4, 4 with 5, 5 with 6. Okay. But okay, so let's run the second. So this is the second iteration. The second highest element will be at its proper place after this iteration is over. Now the value of I becomes 2. Second highest element is at its proper place, guys. Okay. Now again, this inner loop will compare each element, guys. Right? But tell me this. These two elements are already shorted, right? Do I need to compare again with these two?
No.
We
No.
can stop till here, right? Okay. So for that, what condition shall we give in the length, like upper limit? What should be the condition here?
Minus I.
Minus I.
Minus I.
Yes, because when I will be 2, if you do a minus 2, then it will, ignore the last two elements, right? When I will be 3, then it will ignore the last 3 elements, right? So in this way, we can make it dynamic. Okay, guys. So what we will do, we will just change it L minus I minus 1. Okay. So if we do it, now first iteration, now the value of I is 0. Okay. So first iteration will compare with all the elements. Okay. Now the value of I becomes 1. So what will be the value of range now, guys?
J
Like,
is 0 to 5.
like length of the list is 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus I, 7 minus 1 minus 1 5, right? So yeah, so it will be 5. So it will be 5 means it will go till 4, correct? 5 is the excluding
Yeah.
value, right? So 0 to
Yeah.
4, right? 0 to 4. So it will compare 0 with 1. Okay.
Okay.
Then it will compare this 2 with 3, and J will be 4. Once J is 4. So after this, it will now it will see, okay, now J value becomes 5, it will come out, right? See, it will now, it went to the outer loop. Understood, guys? So this way you can optimize or reduce the number of comparison, okay, by reducing it by doing a minus I here. Clear to everyone? So this way it will go and it will sort each value at its proper place. So if we have understood, like, how to how to put one element at the end, maximum or minimum, then what we are doing, guys, we are doing the same operation for all the elements. See, this outer loop is nothing, right? It is just iterating over all the elements, right? Our main logic is in the inner loop, right? Where we are comparing and shifting. That is what we learned in the previous class, comparing and shifting. And then what we are doing, we are applying the same logic in all the elements using this outer loop. That's it.
Yes.
Okay, so it printed your short list. And this is like ascending order. If you want descending order, we'll just change this greater than sign to less than sign. It will work.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyone, any doubt, guys? Who has not understood this, please let me know. Feel free to ask, guys. Even if you have not understood, feel free to ask questions. We are here all to learn. Some are grabbing it quickly, some learning will be slower for others, someone, so it will differ, the learning pace, the learning rate. Okay, there will be many folks, even after teaching this, until unless they practice by their own hand, then they are able to understand better, right? For myself is the same case also. Even if you teach me so many things, until unless I have a feel of it by doing it, then I grab it totally. Otherwise it will always be 10-20%, 50% I will understand, but 50% I will only understand once I do it. So there will be many folks like that also, guys. Okay, so basically, so we if you have doubts, guys, clarify, then you practice on your own, then it will be more clear. Okay, you will see you have missed something, then you will understand, okay, this has to be done there, then your understanding will be even more comprehensive. Okay, guys, if no doubt, can I move to the next topic? Yes, no.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure,
sir.
sure.
Sir, one request, sir. Could you share
Yes.
like a lot of problems on list? Because in the past, I have feel that in 80%, at least for me, were like questions on list and string.
Yeah,
Mhm.
string as well. Lots of questions were like I was getting. I was
Yes, yes,
also.
we have still we are yet to cover, tuple, set, dictionaries. So once we complete this now, then this will be a bundle. Then I can give you a lot of questions to practice. You will have a
Sure,
knowledge,
sure.
where to use list, where to use dictionaries. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And sir, one
Thank,
more thing
thank you.
on the
Yeah.
lines of this.
Hmm.
Suppose you have like given us like shown us this sorting question, sorting the list
Hmm.
without using any inbuilt function.
Hmm.
If there is some like application based on this, suppose you have to gather the index of after sorting or anything else, for example,
Hmm.
then we get a little stuck. So for that, sir, what should we do? Only the practices required, or should we try these scenarios when we are practicing these questions into our code?
Yeah. So see, you have to think, okay, where you can apply what. Okay, even if it is a difficult problem, if it is lingering in your mind, about how to solve it, maybe you'll see after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, something will stuck, and you will try something out of that. Okay, that is psychological thing. It goes in your mind how to solve a particular problem. If you keep on thinking how to solve, you will get new ideas. Okay, in that way, if it is coming directly, it's well and good. You do it. Okay. If it is not coming, just think about it and try to and be open to other people's ideas and the way of they code. Try to understand their logic also. That will also help you.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Because you will see for a same question, we can have multiple solutions, right? We have seen so many times. Okay. So each one have their own way of thinking. Whatever comes to their mind, they will put that. Okay. So this will also help you in learning. Okay, guys. So we have understood this. What else do we have for today? Sorting. Okay, list slicing and list comprehension. First, try to understand this list comprehension. Okay. So list comprehension. this is your like creating a list, this is another way of creating a list. Okay, uh, another way of creating a list. Uh, we can say it's another way of creating a list with we can have some filter conditions also. This is not the definition, guys. I'm just making one definition for you to understand. Okay. Let's say we have a list here like 21, 32, -1, -6, 5, 98. Okay. If I tell you to find all the positive numbers from this list, guys, how are you going to do it?
uh, by using a for loop and if condition.
Right? We will just check this if for we have to create a new list for this. Okay. A new list with this existing list, or we have to create a new list of all the positive numbers. So for elements in list, if elements is greater than 0, then new list dot append element. Okay, and we are going to print this new list. So now having a for loop and if condition 3 lines, we can create this new list in a single line using list comprehension. Okay, so how we can do it? Let's name the list as LC. Okay, inside this list bracket, okay, we have to write the for loop for element in list. We can also give a condition here if element is greater than 0. And so this is clear, guys. This for loop for element in whatever we give here, right? If element greater than 0, we can do it all in a single line. So how it will start? It will take this element, it will check, okay, this element is in list, and then it will check if it is greater than 0, then it will return this element where at the beginning. Okay. So it will your execution will start from here. And if this condition is true, then this element will be stored in this list, this element. Okay. And you just print this. Then in this, we are getting the same. Okay, guys. So what is the syntax here? I'll tell you again. First, we are writing a for loop. Okay. It can have any number of for loop. Sorry. Here we can have an first is the expression here. Okay, expression can be the same element, or if you want you so let's say we are getting this output, right? 21 3. I want to let's say I want to print the half of this number. You can do like this. Okay, that is why I mentioned the expression. Okay, can be any expression here. So expression, and then you can have for loops. Okay, it can be one for loop, two for loop, any number of for loops. Okay, and then you can have a condition here. element for this. Okay. So is this clear, guys? The syntax of writing it, how we are doing it. Let's say, tell me, I want to find the list of odd numbers. I want to find, no, not find. I want to create a list of odd numbers. Odd numbers till 50. Okay. So how can we create this list with a list comprehension, guys? Tell me the syntax.
Element
For element in range
range 1 to 50.
51.
150. 1 comma 50. 51.
After this,
If
If
element is not modulus mo- modulus
element
2 not
modulus
equal to 0.
2, yeah.
okay.
Here one question,
Yes.
Danis.
Yes.
In expression, we can write anything, right? Instead of just element 2 times it's written, so it's getting confused. So
No. So see, this is like a inside your for loop. When you write for elements in list, right? So where is your first element? It is in this particular variable.
yeah, this is variable.
Similarly, this is a variable. You have to use this variable. Now with this variable here, you can do anything, +1 of this or -1 of this or into element into element. Okay, but this is a variable that you have to use it here. This name should be matching, otherwise we'll get an error. If we give some other value like e, okay, instead of element, then we'll get error. What is e? E is not defined. Okay, so we have to use the same variable which we are using for iterating over that anything like list or range.
Okay.
Okay, so we print this. Okay, so 1 to 49. Let's say I have put another condition and get or list of odd numbers till 50, and that number should be divisible by 5. So what can we, how can we achieve this, guys, here?
We will put AND condition in the if.
Yes, if element mod 3 equals to 0 and element mod 5
5
equals to 0.
0.
Okay, so if I run this now, so we're getting all the odd numbers between till 50 which are divisible by 5. Clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt with this?
Clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then. Right. So instead of this odd number, right? Like we want odd numbers, right? 1 to 51. We can also just give here step value as 2, right? For finding all the odd numbers, can we give step values 2? Starting
Yeah,
with
we
1, then 3, then 5, then 7, right? This will work,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
right? So this is also one way you can do it. Odd even numbers, simple enough. If you have all even numbers, then we will start with 0. All even numbers, right? And then you can do it with 2 without using that modulus operator. Okay. Okay, you have seen this. Now, yeah. So we can have, more than one for loop also in this. It will work like a nested for loop. Okay. Let me show you one example for that. Let's have a list comprehension. Um, I comma j or I in the range of, let's say I'm taking it as 4. Okay. And then for j in the range of 4. Okay. And next I'm storing this value somewhere. Nested loop. This is like a nest. This more than this is like a nested. It will work like a nested loop. Okay, guys. If you have more than for loop inside this list comprehension. Okay. Let me print this. So in this case, where is the okay. So if this will be executing as a nested loop, guys, right? What will happen, guys? The output will be when I will be 1, j will go to when I will be, we are not giving any. Let's make it 1, 2, 4. Okay. So when I will be 1, j will be 1, 2, 3, right? So it will print like 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2, 1, comma 3, right? Again, I will be 2, then it will print 2, comma 1, 2, comma 2, comma 3, like that, right? In case of nested loop, we just discussed in the beginning of the class today. So,
Yes, sir.
in this case also, if you run, did you forget the parentheses around the comprehension target? That's
I
why
comment.
I have to give a bracket here. Okay, I have to either we can do a print or we can I comma j. So it will give you 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2. Here in this way, we can have nested for loop also inside a list comprehension is. Okay, it will work as a nested. If you have more than one loop, it will work as a nested loop. Clear, guys? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was about list comprehension. Then let's now look into list slicing. We have list slicing, and then okay. So what is this? Um,
Sir, for lift comprehension, do we generally use when we have like a nested loop? Because I feel that it's better to visualize
no, it's
writing it in a conventional way.
correct, correct. Even I don't encourage the much use of this list comprehension also, because this makes readability a little bit difficult for for anyone new person coming into a project. It makes, if we have this the kind of thing everyone can understand, but some people might get confused with this kind of one-liners, right?
In
But
my
yeah,
yeah, in my work project, I see whenever I see code base, so I see lot of list comprehension used there.
correct, correct, correct. People use
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
in my code too, but they are using like a single format.
Mm-hmm. This nested loop is very rare. I just took this example just for if you get something, you don't get confused with this.
That's so.
Okay, so coming to list slicing. List slicing, it's like mm, creating a list from another list. Got multiple applications. Okay, first, uh, let's have the same list what we used in the previous example. Excel. Let's copy these elements 21, 23, 21, 23 minus 1. If you have understood range, like the step values, then understanding this also will be simpler. Minus 6. No, minus 1, minus 6, 5 and 19. 5 and so what is the positive index guys? It is like let's keep the positive index at the top, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Negative in sorry this negative index will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay, and let's all the fine. And this is fine. So your positive index will go like this, and your negative index will go like this. The negative index will go like this. So we have a list here, and let's say I have given some values like list of 1 to 8. Okay, and I'm creating a new list. So in case of list slicing also, we have three, it can take 3 parameters. One is the starting value. One is ending value, which will like it will end before it. Okay. Ending value will be the value minus 1. Value minus 1. And then we have a step value. Okay. Now, when we give this index 1 to 8, okay. So if you go back here, so this is index 1. Okay. And do we have index 8, guys? We don't have index 8. Okay. So what happens? It will go till the end, till 5, and it will give you the list without giving any error. Okay. So if you see, then this value will be printed 23 to 98 without giving any error. List slicing. Okay, guys. But if we try to access this element at this index minus 8, we are going to get error here. Okay, because you're trying to retrieve an element here at that particular index, which is not present. We generally get an exception for this. It's index list index out of range. Okay, but in case of slicing, always remember, even if you give some incorrect indexes, it will never give you an error. It won't print anything if it is, if both are like, if I give here like uh, 8 to 20. Okay, so neither index 8 is present in this list, neither 20 is present. So in this case, guys, it will give you an empty list without throwing any error. Okay, clear, guys, so far? So starting value, if we don't give any starting value, okay, the default, it will start from the beginning. So in this case, we are not giving any starting value. Okay. So it will start from the beginning, it will copy the entire list. Because this 20 is like way too far, it will go till the end. Okay. And if let's say I'm giving 3 here and I don't give the stopping value, ending value, okay. So for ending, it will be the default value, right? Default value will be till the last element. Okay, it will take till the, it will go till the last element. So in this case, we have 3 and we have not given any ending this one index. So what will be printed here, guys? Can you tell me by seeing this?
-6 to 98.
-6, 5 and 98, right?
Yes.
Okay. What if we don't give the starting or ending value? What is going to print, guys? What will be the default value then?
Yeah, it will start from index 0 to end.
We'll take the first element till the last element. Okay, so the entire list will be copied. So far clear, guys? Any doubt, anyone? So far, are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to this 3 parameters, the third parameter makes it quite, uh, interesting. When the third parameter comes step into picture. Okay. So till now it was clear. Now I am giving another parameter and I'm giving here a 2. 2 is the step value. Okay. 2 is the step value I have given. By default, value can be +1 or -1 depending on some condition. I will tell you what is the condition. Okay. Right now, let's take it 1 only first. By default, the value will be 1. So we are overriding the default value. We are giving 2 here. Okay. Yeah, let's make 2 here. So tell me what will be the output. It will start, we have not given any starting index. Okay, so it will start with the 0th index. It will print
0
20,
to
it will print 21. Okay, then it will do a +2. It will come here. It will print -1, right? Then it will do a +2. It will come here. It will print 5. Then it will do a +2. It will come here 6. Is 6 element present?
No.
no.
No. So what will be the output? 21, -1, and 5. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
21, -1, -1. Okay, guys. Now, what if I give the step value as 10? What will be the output here? Anyone?
Empty list.
Empty list. Any other answers?
Step value is 10.
Yeah, step
First
value is
element
10.
First
Step value.
element only.
It will
Okay.
get
21.
first one only.
21.
21. Okay. Understood why 21, guys? Because 0 is present, right? It will start with 0. Then it will do a +10. Clear? Everyone understood this? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are mixing positive and negative index. Okay. Let's remove this. I'm not giving any step value. I am giving a minus 5 is present. Yes, minus 5 is. Now, in this case, tell me what will be the output. If you don't give any value in the beginning, what is the default value, guys? Index value?
0.
0. So it will start with 0. 0 is here. And what is the ending value, guys? Stop value?
Mm, last
Minus
value.
5.
Minus 5, right? So minus 5 is which one? This one, right?
Right.
This is the starting, this is the ending. So what it is going to print?
Starting only.
Only the starting value, or this 23 will also be present?
No.
No, no, only starting.
Only starting. Okay. So let's print it. Very good. What if we make it minus 3? Minus 3. Then what is going to print?
21, 23 minus 1.
21, 23, and minus 1. Okay, 21, 23, and minus 1. Clear, guys, so far? Has everyone understood this? Mixing a positive and a negative.
Yes.
Okay, so where is minus 3 is over here. What if I give a starting value as 5? 5 and minus 5 is the starting value, and minus 3 is the stop value. This is the starting 5 and this is the stopping value. What is it going to print, guys?
98 5.
98 and 5. What it is printing?
Empty list.
Empty list. Why it is printing empty list?
Mm, by default, it is taking step value as well.
Yes, if it's taking plus 1, so it is assuming plus 1, it will move from left to right. It will move from left to right. But there is nothing, but start ending value is telling it to it, ending value is like showing it's a negative 1. Okay. So plus 1, when it is plus 1, always remember, if it's plus 1, it is telling it to move from left to right. Okay. But here, since our ending value is to the left of this starting value, it won't print anything. But if we have the, in step value as minus 1, then it is telling it to go from right to left. Okay. If you give minus 1, then it is telling go from right to left. So if it goes from right to left, then it is fine. No issue. It will print 98 and 5. Okay. If I run this, 98 and 5, right? Because uh, our starting in our ending index is to the left of the starting index, right? So it needs to go from right to left. So that is by minus 1. If instead of minus 1, if I give a plus 1, so this is like contradictory. Okay, this is contradictory because ending value is to the left of the starting value, but we are being told by the step value to go forward. Okay, so that is why this is contradictory, and it won't give you any output. Has everyone understood this? Any doubt in this? Okay, so similarly, let's say if we are given a minus 3 here, and we give 5 equals this one. Yeah, let me give like 5 till 0. 5 till yeah, 0th index. So what will be the output now, guys? from 5. This is the 5th index. This is the 0th index. And what will be the output now? And the step value is 1.
Empty list.
Empty list.
Empty list, right? Why? Because this is contradictory, right? +1 is telling it to go forward, right? But our ending value is to the left of this, right? So instead of 1, if we had -1 here, then this will work,
Yes.
right? So it will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It will spin till 98 to 23. Clear, guys? Everyone understood this?
Yeah.
So in interviews, they might, give you just this question, might try to confuse you with different thing. It's always better create, use an Excel and create index like this. Okay, then it will be easier for you to answer the question in case of list slicing index.
Oi, ಇದು ಲೈಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಾಸನ
Okay. So this is clear. Let's check your understanding a little bit more. If we give a 5 in the
దాని
middle.
స్క్రీన్ కార్డ్ వేయించినావా ల్యాప్టాప్ కి
Lakshmi, can you go on mute, please? Thank you. So, okay, so let's make it minus 1 here and a minus 23 here. And we give the step value as 1. Okay, -1 minus 23, step value is 1. What will be the output here, guys?
Empty list.
Starting value is -1. Okay, ending value is -23. That is maybe very far behind. Okay, and we are giving step value as +1. What will be the output here?
Empty list.
There won't be any value.
Right,
Empty list.
empty list. So what changes I have to do to get all the values?
-1.
Minus. Okay. Okay, so I remove the starting value, I remove the ending value. In this case, tell me what will be the output.
So reverse of the list.
Yeah, reverse list.
Reverse the list. Okay, so if we run this, is reversing the list. Okay. I hope this is clear, guys. So this default value, which we told default will be start from the beginning, and it will and the ending value will be before it ends the last element. This is in the case of what? When the step value is positive. Okay. But when the step value is negative, then the starting and ending value is changing, right, guys? As we saw in this case. Right, in this case the starting value is different, right? It's not the initial starting, it is the ending, right? Why? Because of this step value, correct or not?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the assumption, the starting value and ending value. What is the assumption? When your step value will be positive. Okay, when step value will be positive, sorry, will be positive. Okay, similarly for this also, when the step value will be positive. Otherwise, it will be vice versa. Okay, guys, I hope it is clear. List now, if you have understood this, then any list slicing question, this kind of question you can answer. Okay. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I gave a question in the assignment, how to remove an element from the list. right? Let's say I want to remove -6 from this list. How can we do that, guys?
Uh, with using
First,
inbuilt functions, sir.
Inbuilt for any function you can say. Inbuilt function,
Uh,
yes.
first I will
we can use
locate the
pop.
index.
We can use what?
Pop.
Drop.
Pop. Pop. Pop.
Pop.
function.
Pop. Okay, pop. Okay. So list of pop, and I want to remove -6. Uh, and after popping, I want to print the list and check whether this is okay. Fine. So this is removed. Okay. Any other way of removing this -6, guys? Anyone else?
We can use slicing, list slicing.
We can use list slicing. So what will be this one statement for that? For using removing this using list slicing?
So list of list
List of
0 to -1 one thing plus list 4 is to 5. So it will print
Can you ping
first
this
one.
in the chat? I'm not able to do this. All right. Can you please say, yeah, ping it in the chat. You guys know also this del command, guys. Del. I haven't talked about this so far. So let's say I want to remove the first index. Okay. So if I do del of this, the first element, let's say it's removing it out. Okay, with the help of this also, you can remove this. Okay. Del. And let's say someone told about list slicing, how we can do it using list slicing. This one is using pop. One is using del keyword. Let's see how we can do it using list slicing. Okay, so my question here is, okay, you ping me once it is ready, okay? How to remove more than one element from the list? Let's suppose I want to remove the first 3 elements from the list. How can we do that?
We can take an empty string and then we will put if condition, and then if it is not uh, following the condition, then we will append that one. Did you get my logic?
Oh, you are telling me we can iterate over the for loop.
Yeah. First, we will take a list.
Okay, list empty, and then we can iterate over the list. Then what shall we do?
So you told like first 3 index should not be there, right? First 3 index elements should not be there. So I will take it as a range, or yeah, and I will put a condition that if element, yeah, also through slicing also we can do that.
Okay, you don't want to do it via this for loop.
The for loop also and slicing also we can do that.
Okay, so someone pinged me this in the chat. So we can take a list like this. So if I want to remove, let's say 0 to 3. So 0 to 3 will give you 0, 1, 2. Okay, so basically you are printing. I want to remove, right? So yeah, if this you are going to print. Okay, yeah, this will be, yeah, this will do. So let me run this first. Okay, so we'll come back to this for you. So this you're removing one element, right? With this,
Yes, -6 will be removed.
yeah, -6 is removed here. Very good. Yes, with this way also, like we are taking the list, one list from 0 to 2, okay, and then we are concatenating with another list from like, because this -6 is present at index 3, so that is why he is doing like this. Okay, but this will be, hard coding. So instead of this,
Yeah.
what you can do, uh like you can say list dot index of this element here. Okay, -6. So this will give you 3. Okay, and instead of hard coding 4, what you can do here, you can just make it this list of index of this +1.
This one.
Okay, so this will, there will be no hard coding in this.
Okay.
Okay, now my question was how we can remove, multiple elements from this list. Let's say I want to remove the first 3 elements. This can be done via list slicing only. Okay, so how we can do it is, and this changes what we are doing now in list slicing. So let's first select the first 3 elements. How do we select the first 3 elements, right? What index shall we give here? Let me change my question. How to remove the, let's say, first 3 elements? How to remove the first 3 elements? What index shall I give to select the first 3 elements?
0 to 2.
0 to 3.
Yeah.
0 to 3.
Right.
And I will just assign an empty list here. Okay, and then if we print this list, let me comment out other print statements. Okay, otherwise it will be confusing for others. So this is my original list. I'm just printing here. Yeah, sure. So this is our original list. And this is our modified list. It remove the first element, guys. We have only the other elements present. So this way also, this way you can do it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Any doubt, anyone?
What if we want to believe like first, second, and second last? So for that,
First, second, and second last.
also we have to use list slicing.
Then okay, for continuous we can use like this, but then we have to select those 3 elements: first, second, and second last. So
Okay.
then is that possible? Because we can select a continuous elements right here. But if it is like specific, like at a specific position, then in that case we have to make use of these methods. Pop
Can't
order.
for that can't we locate the index of all those elements and put that in a list? and then after we will iterate over the original list and we
Yes,
will
yes, we can
use
do like that also. Yes, that is also a possibility. Yes. Yes, we can do like that also. Let's say we have 5 indexes. We took the 5 indexes in the list, and then we iterate over that for loop. We iterate over that indexes, and then we just use that index to get that value and pop it up. That is the way you
Okay.
can do it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this was about list slicing, and let's see what else we have. Okay, sorting and tuples. Okay, let's start with tuples, and then we have 10 minutes now. We can let's start with tuples. Then. Okay, so tuples you define similar to list, but with some important difference which we will talk about. So this can also have mixed data type like list. Okay, but you give here round brackets, first bracket, okay, not like square brackets. And if we just see the type of this, we run this. It belongs to class tuples. Okay, guys, and print it. Okay. Coming back to list, so I will show you the differences. What is difference in list and subset? Let's say we have this list, guys. I want to change the value of the first element from 21 to Sam. How are you going to do it? How are we going to change the value of the first element from 21 to Sam? Anyone?
yeah, we can
And
use inbuilt functions also, and also we can just assign the value of that index.
Tell me any one way how we can do it. Tell me, guys, anyone how to do it?
if we use an inbuilt function, then it will, I think, shift the value to the right?
I want to replace. I don't want to shift. I want to replace 21 with Sam.
We can directly assign then LST of index of 0 to 7.
Okay, this is going to do, and then we are going to put this list. Okay. Similar thing if I try to achieve in tuples. Say I want to assign the first element to Sam. And then printing this. So we get an error, guys. Tuple object does not support item assignment. We cannot change the element value after it is created. Okay. This is why tuples are called immutable. What do you mean by immutable? Once an object is created, in this case, a tuple object is created. You cannot change the what do you call values of that object. You cannot change the values or elements of that object. Okay, guys? So due to this reason, their tuple has got very limited methods. Okay, as compared to list, which is the person having so many methods, tuple has very limited methods. Okay, so if we do a dot, we have only two methods. You see, count and index. Count and index. These are the only two methods present in tuple. I want to find out how many 12 is present. So it will give me the count. Okay. And I will give you what is the index of 12. So give me this value. Okay. So if list has all the functions, why do we need tuples? Okay. So there are some cases where we need to, use this immutable objects where it will not allow you to use mutable objects. So in those cases, tuples come very handy. Okay. So tuple are immutable, whereas list is mutable. Okay, any question guys so far? Anyone?
Sir, in the example where you replaced one with Sam, can we use a single function to do that in this?
Which one? Which one? In this slicing you're asking?
Yes, yes. We replaced 21 with Sam.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Here. Yes.
yeah, is there any function we can use like directly do that?
No, I don't think so. There is any function inside inbuilt function for list for doing it. You can insert a new element, but you cannot replace it, right? Because what they let me check. Append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse. No.
Okay. So one way is to just insert, and another is to first remove and then add.
Yes. Like overriding. You are overriding this value with this.
Yes.
Yes, so this was a basic. We will see a lot of tomorrow in detail about more about tuples. Also, I forgot to discuss one thing about list. Yeah. So we'll see it in the next class, guys. Okay, tomorrow. So any doubt, any question, guys, so far in the topics? Can you please share the Excel? Have I not shared the Excel in this class notes? Day 4. Uh, I have not shared different methods in the list. No, no, no. Okay, I will sure. I will upload it here only. I will upload it in Day 4 only. You can take it from here. Okay.
Sir, where we can like start practicing?
Sorry, practicing what?
Yes, where we can start practicing is HackerRank good?
Oh, hacker. Okay, okay. Uh, hacker rank. Actually, to be honest, like I haven't tried any online platform for this one for Python. But you can check. You can check one or two platform wherever which is more user friendly or like interface and all. You can start practicing there. Any platform.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also thinking to start from there.
You can take anyone and try solving questions from this. Okay. Any other question, guys?
Sir, you told like in list you forgot to mention one thing. Can you please tell
Yes.
me like what was that?
Yeah, yeah. I will discuss in the next class, but I will just tell you. It's about this function in this Excel. We have this copy function, right?
Okay.
So there's a
Mhm.
difference between copy function and assignment, assigning one list to another list and making a copy of the list. So I did not discuss that. We'll discuss it tomorrow.
Mhm.
Okay, I think rest of the methods I think we have clear. Also, one more thing. Index, we saw it returns the index of the first element with the specified value, but there are different variations of index. Okay, do check on that. It can take more than one parameters. Do check on the usage of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If any other questions, we are good to close. And yeah, today's recording, I think our admin, I think she is not available today. So I will upload in the this one, like your this Google Drive. I have already shared the link. We'll share the link again. Okay, you can access it for today. Maybe tomorrow she will be uploading. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, sir.
Okay. Okay then. It's,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your time. See you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.